Right, I think we're back. Does it come up alright? I don't know. I think my internet went for a minute. Is everything showing like back up okay for everyone, or it sort of looks fine on mine at the moment, but someone could let me know just in case. I won't carry on reading until it's back up. Did the stream drop out? Yeah, is it back up for you now? I think the internet went for a hot minute, but it's back up now. I mean, it's showing on my screen. If you could just let me know. Is it back up alright for you, Ben? You might need to restart it if not. Yeah, man. Okay, cool. I didn't want to carry on until it's sorted. I think my internet dropped because it said that I had no internet. I'm not quite sure why. Right, okay. As long as it's back up, we're fine. Right, let's carry on reading this visual novel. Summoning all her strength, Kane rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward. She forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged to the weapon deep. "Give her back," she screamed. "Give her back to me." It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke off the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that latched onto its foot. Kane never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crushing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, her small weak voice spoke up. "Kane?" Kane's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. "Grandma? Kane, you've got to run. You can't defeat him." Kane grabbed her hands and held on with all her strength. "Grandma, come with him. We have to go." The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kane's grasp and thumped to the ground below. "Grandma, no. I said run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through." The thought would stay forever unfinished before she could say another word. The shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed thickly from the gaps of the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assailed Kane's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfoundedly convinced that she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognisable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kane blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could resemble the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kane's mind, one after another, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kane screamed, then a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kane's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head, lolled? What? Her head lolled dangerously. That's definitely a L. I don't think lolled is a word, but alright, lolled dangerously to the side. Yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kane seized a moment, laughing like a madwoman. She leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kane like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist. Sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her eyes. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kane's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and the flames, through the fire and the flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Kill it now. As the spark that was Kane slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. Distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Ah, Trap Remix. I think the audio is messed up. It's alright. We'll get that sorted. Oh. What's up with the sound all of a sudden? This worked before. I think I have to mess with the settings once I come off this. Alright. Did it happen this way before? Because it doesn't feel like it did. God damn. Alright. Can I have a save game, please? Oh. Oh, the save game. Okay. Gently. Weakly. Softly. Panda! You dumbass! Stop making saves, you rotten panda, or you're gonna be sorry. I can't make a save. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way. This is like torture right now. I don't mind it, it's just I would like a save point in case of the game crash. Otherwise I've got to read through all of it again. Stopped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. So sorry, Grandma. Couldn't avenge you. Shamed beyond imagining, Kane tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realise that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of an arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is going to make clapping a real bitch. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally going to die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought as the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck you out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of a childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materialising from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. This way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's how you want it. The spectral shopkeeper flooded in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kane and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kane's opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, thousands of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing it with sharpened pincers. Stop! No, don't hurt that picture! Kane reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely in the air. To Bersa's surprise, the insects fell off the picture and the ground below, where they vanished. Wait a minute, didn't Zero in Drakengard lose an arm and an eye? I mean, this came out before, so it would follow suit, but yeah. Relieved, Kane turned her good eye back to the picture. Well, I'm still not sure about her eye, but I'm definitely right. No, she did, because she has a flower growing in her eye after that first mission. Because she doesn't have an eye. And it's a lunar tear that's growing in her eye socket, which is weird. Only to open her mouth with a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognisable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-cha, cha-cha. She also has the ability to regain her arm, but she doesn't. Oh. I don't know. I look like that? Oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kane laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kane wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know a wish? Like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me. Save me. Kane finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. Fucking earphones for me. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. That other voice boomed in her ear. Oh god, you are the best. Kane glanced down and saw a black shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is this my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upwards, feeling the hot, searing pain left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. Kane tried to ignore the voice and concentrated on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You ready to give up? Ready to die? So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body, come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in their blood just like before. In response, Kane shifted her head toward her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her throat and mingled with the pain that encroached in the black ooze. Are you a shade? Kahaha, yes, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kane was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. Maybe it was Maybelline. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Not man. Feels good, doesn't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me that body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kane's side as she watched. It grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of a missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. She got a fictionary. That's what she got. A fictionary growing right out of her side. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marvelling at how she had regained of her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Ah, what the hell, Sunshine, screamed a voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. The thing that took my grandmother, I have to kill it before I die. Kane glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Kane stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more her letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop, gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kane took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hey, it's my favourite dish and I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood, then go out there and shut up, and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What'd you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kane grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed the right wrist, crushing it. Kane screamed and dropped the shard as it was the sound of bone crunching on her bone filled the air. Stupid idiot girl. You're possessed now, Sunshine, and it's not going back. The voice laughed again and loud, long well that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kane. Yeah, possessed. You and me. We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait until they get a load of you now. Kanye looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies, people you want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who's picking on you, that big old shade that squashed your granny, well, wrap them up in their own shells. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kanye, you're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What you think? I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. What is this fucking shade? It's like a shade from the 50s. Hey, honey pets. Kanye considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want it. Fuck off, arsehole, moaned Kane. I'll handle the killing. Blah, screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyron, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in a piece of meat you call a heart. Now get on it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten, and so you're like, and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kane found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she cried. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm going to find that shade, I'm going to strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm going to do the same to you, Tyron. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyron. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, you know, go soft, then I'm going to take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away. Fading to somewhere just deep inside Kane herself, Kane waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I am not a shade. I am Kane. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore any certain red-stained spots in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kane started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kane fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn, the people of the area arose to their daily lives. She remained in that position as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now inflicted the world. Alive, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, Emil! Emily. It's a song band. Oh, that's a long time. Any luck with Yona? We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord. This is for you. Lunatics? Did you make this? Just a little welcome back gift. It's not much, I know. It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but hell, thanks. Excuse me. Poplar. Poplar, we did it. We freed Kane. That's great. Listen, can I talk to you for a minute? This doesn't make sense. Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry they have to bear the brunt of that. It's crap. It's okay. We can sleep outside. No one's sleeping outside. You and Kane saved the village, and now they want you to run out? People are afraid of us, and really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kane? I'm used to sleeping outside. I'm sorry. We'll see you later. We're sorry. Please, can I save the game? What is the matter? Kane always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me? We should turn in. I didn't get much sleep that night. I wanted to blame Deviler for everything. And I wanted to grab Poplar and strangle her. I just thought that line was quite strong. They said they did for us what they did for the village. For the sake of protecting it from the horrifying threat of the Shades. If Deviler and Poplar are to blame, then I am equally at fault. For not stopping for a moment to think about Kane in the mill. Can I save the game, please? Sleep well? Sure. Well, if you say so. I need to go see Deviler and Poplar. Very well. $900 gold when we already have 410,000. We can save the game. Ah. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna double save it. Look at that, 100% weapons, my friend. My dude. Oh, right. So, I'm going to end it there, because that took way longer than it should have done. Alright. That should not have taken that long just to do that bit. God damn. Right. So, I need to do E4. Oh. So, first ending done. Yeah, it's not been bad. What I'm going to do is, I'd like to drop a raid on Neff. She's currently playing Resident Evil 3. Hopefully you'll be willing to join me in dropping that hot raid. What I'll do in the meantime, if you haven't already, there is my socials. And there is my Discord. Also, if you haven't already, on my Discord, not on my Discord, on my Twitter, there is a poll. I might have to make it pinned. That's going till Wednesday for my next game to play. So if you haven't already and you'd like to, please drop a vote on there. As for that, thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already and you've been lurking, or you just haven't yet, don't forget to drop that follow, because it's always much appreciated. I love having you all here. But yeah, I'm going to be back possibly tomorrow night. If not, it'd be Sunday. So take care and have a good one. Bye.